Number one, these packs are being sold for $200 a piece. A 5-card pack, basically 4 cards plus an extra Pikachu.
30th, just like The Hobbit, is that the product is being drawn in directions that was never an issue in the past.
Market. It establishes a market price for the uneducated people, the people who aren't following Pokemon all the time, the people who aren't looking at content all the time.
And I guess the 30th, I think it's a premium, I think premium or super premium or ultra premium or penis premium, something. But usually the benchmark is Elite Trainer boxes, right? To my knowledge, and I'm pretty confident saying this, they're printing a lot of it.
The 30th anniversary set, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, okay, well, $200, that seems like a lot. I'll get them 1 pack for their birthday, because some of these streamers are selling sealed packs. They're selling, hey, if you don't want to open it on stream, that's fine. I'll send it to you sealed. And that's a problem, because that then does encourage that FOMO. It encourages those prices. It encourages so much.
You can make money out of Pokemon too. People talk about Pokemon as a retirement. Like, overall, this is insane. The climate of Pokemon is insane. Whenever I talk to Pokemon about my coworkers, I get like 2 very different responses. Well, no, I don't. I don't know. I don't really ask where my coworkers watch or who they watch their content from. But, you know, they say and they strongly believe that the 30th anniversary is going to be a very popular set. There's no denying that. It's going to be heavily printed, but you're not going to be able to find it out in public, because scalpers are going to scalp, vendors are going to vend, resellers are going to resell, right? Collectors will not be able to buy Pokemon content. They're not going to be able to buy product at MSRP, at store shelves. However, I don't think that's the case. I do think that in the future, I do think that in the very beginning, whether if it's going to be the first 3 months, whether if it's going to be, it's going to be the first 3 months, the 30th anniversary is going to be extremely hot. Then we're going to see it dwindle down, because the Rayquaza set is going to come out. It's probably going to be less than 3 months, right? The Rayquaza set is going to come out. I personally don't think that the Rayquaza set is going to do nearly as good as people anticipated. And it's not because the Rayquaza set is a bad set, but it's because the Rayquaza set is essentially Phantasmal Flames 2.0, where we're talking about, maybe not Phantasmal Flames. Hold on, I apologize. That might be a hot take, even for me, who just spills bullshit. But if we look at the Rayquaza set, it has a couple things going for it. It has a strong secondary card, not the Chase, because the Chase is supposed to be the Rayquaza, but some would say and argue that the Raikou is probably better than the Rayquaza. Whenever we look at the catalog of the supporting Pokemon cards, the supporting IRs, they got Growlithe. Fantastic. Gen 1 love. We're finally getting a regular Growlithe. If you're looking to collect that for your Pokemon Dex entry, like I am. We are also getting a chibi Groudon. However, I do believe that the Paradox Rift Groudon is a lot better. And we're getting a Kyogre that matches the same art from the Paradox Groudon. Honestly, it's going to go half and half. But I don't think people are going to be excited for the set if they're pulling like the stadium cards. They're not going to be that exciting. They're excited. I don't think they're going to be excited if they're not pulling the Rayquaza, if they're not pulling the Raikou, or however you want to pronounce it, right? I think the Rayquaza set is probably going to go down faster than what people think. It's probably not going to stay as hot. And look, by the time that the Rayquaza set comes out after the 30th anniversary, is Pokemon having a down year is going to be the main question. That's going to be the main question, because the Mega Evolution in general is kind of, I'm not going to say it's looking like a bust, but here's the thing. Before the Mega Evolution era, collectors, the community were crying that we weren't finding Pokemon in store shelves or close to MSRP. Now that we have almost half a year, we might have a full year where we're going to be able to actually collect this stuff as close to MSRP. Are people not really excited for it? Because here's this is the way that I see it. Like, I guess maybe the best way we can find out is if we look at like the Pokemon Watch or the Pokemon Market videos and seeing if if their views have dwindled from like the beginning of this year till now. Maybe the views will come back up because I'm pretty sure that for the Market Watch coming up in the future, whether they do Japanese, whether they do English, and we're talking about some of the bigger Market Watch content creators. And I don't know who you guys watch. The ones that I used to watch, that I still watch, it's gonna be Mimic Brew. Um, I used to watch Pokebeard. I used to watch It Was Never a Phase, and same thing. I used to watch Henry's Poke Corner for the Japanese Market Watch, right? And I haven't done it in a minute, but if are they really just going to be covering the 30th anniversary in the next upcoming weeks? Like, if we're being completely honest, though, because that's what's going to be the most popular. That's what people are going to be asking. That's what people are going to be buying off the shelves for investment purposes. Tag rating should be operational in September and the end of September. The 30th comes out September 16. So we people will have the 30th anniversary whenever Tag could potentially do value grading, bulk grading, or regular kind of grading. Maybe a lot of content creators are not talking about it, but like Tag is kind of positioning themselves to take a lot of this new, very new, super hype set, you know, 2 weeks after its release, where the regular people can have it and you can look. I'm sorry, whether if you're a collector, like I'm gonna be grading with Tag, right? But collectors, vendors, and the people who do mystery packs, mystery slabs, will go ahead and grade with Tag, regardless of what PSA, CGC, Beckett boys say. They will go ahead and grade with Tag, and hoping that they're in the beginning of the front of the line, so they can go ahead and get their cards back within a month and a half, rather than next year, the middle of next year. So there's a good chance that we will see the market for the where we'll be covering the 30th market for a very long time. And it's going to be something exciting for a lot of people, because this is going to be a product that a lot of people are going to be able to get their hands on. Because if you watch that video by Rudy, his main thing is that there's no show printing on the 30th, because the 30 is going to be distributed everywhere. And if it's anything like to the things that we've seen right now, we have seen Family Dollar, Dollar Generals, we have seen hardware stores, sporting stores, gas stations. We've also seen some stores at the outlets carry Pokemon products. Look, I tell my friend, I tell my coworkers, I think you guys are gonna be able to find this in the shelf. It doesn't mean that you're gonna be able to go to Target or Walmart there. You're gonna be able to find it on the shelves on all these other stores. It might not be your UTBs, it might not be the UPCs, but you will be able to find the products. You'll be able to find any other kind of product on shelves. People are gonna rip it, and we will see a big influx of product going into the secondary market. I wonder if it's going to get so bad that are we going to have vendors coming out on TikTok and Instagram down the road saying that they will buy Pokemon products, but they won't buy the 30th anniversary. Or if there's so much, if we're going to see vendors taking 50% trade in for Pokemon stuff for 30th anniversary, or like some sort of different exceptions for the 30th, which might not be a bad idea, because typically anniversary sets do really, really good. We want to say that, but let's be honest though. Even though this bull run has been going for 2 years, the market, content creators, really haven't covered any other kind of Pokemon product, anniversary product that is not the 25th. The 20th, 15, whatever, no one really talks about it in the market watch, right? So there's a little bit of recency bias. So people who are going to be buying this kind of product for a future move, you're probably looking to hold it until the 35th anniversary comes out, a year before that, like a year and a half, is whenever we're gonna see movement on that product to start being like, to go back up, get inflated. So vendors, car shops, collectors are probably gonna be stuck with the 30th anniversary for a longer time. And that is just assuming that Pokemon is cyclical, history repeats itself, and these sets follow the same path, from previous sets. But we're also assuming that maybe the hobby, the TCG hobby, is going to be going strong in 5 years from now. Now, I don't know how strong it's going to be in, but I do think that the hobby is here to stay. Now, like, now, if we're talking about the 30th though, and if what are you guys going to do with the 30th? What's your goal with the 30th? I tell my coworkers is like I'm probably going to be buying the $1 cards. And that's probably going to be the Pikachus. Honestly, they're probably going to be going down. They're probably going to be going for $1 because I'm sorry, anything over $1, anything over $5 for even the more hyped up artists is ridiculous. Because we're getting a guaranteed Pokemon. We're getting a guaranteed Pikachu in every single pack, right? Outside from the classic collection set, we're getting a Pikachu in every single card, every single pack. So those Pikachus are going to be extremely cheap. What's going to be cheap after that? Are the ETB Black Stars going to be out there? Like honestly, I want to have a couple copies of them, so I might have to buy a couple ETBs so I can get copies. But are the ETBs? Who is it? Who is it this time? Oh, Nita Arena, right? Is Nita Arena going to be a cheap ETB promo like the current Mega Evolution? Because that's one thing I do like about the Mega Evolution promos. Whether we're looking at Tyrant, whether we're looking at Fennekin, and whether we're looking at Zarude, those are $1.50 to $3 cards. Those are cheap ETBs, promo cards. So you can probably pick a decent amount of copies of that. Now, I understand that people are going to be going for the Charizard. Like I know a lot of the long-term collectors hate the idea of another OG Charizard reprint. But like you can hate it all you want. That art, that card, and any different variant is always a good investment. It's always a good card to collect. And here's the thing, a collector, there's going to be Charizard collectors. You can guarantee that people are going to be picking up that card like crazy. So Charizard is going to be gone, or the Gen 1's going to be gone. Like what's going to be popular on the 30th anniversary when everything is popular? I'm just ranting today, but here's the thing. The 30th anniversary, honestly, I think it's going to be a singles collection kind of set. I'm not trying to pump the market anywhere. I'm not trying to like anything. But if you're going to get involved in the 30th anniversary, I strongly believe that you should be getting involved in that set in singles. Now, if that set is being printed like crazy and the value tanks, I wonder if there's going to be shops and vendors that will take perfect order ETBs. Will they take Chaos Rising ETBs? Whether they take Pitch Black ETBs, booster boxes? Will they do a trade? Because everyone hates these Mega Evolution sets. But in my theory, in my scenario, in my world, I do think that 30th anniversary is probably going to be cheap half a year down the road. Because half a year down the road is we will get word about Pokemon's second printing facility here in the United States. And we will get word of what are going to be the sets that are being printed. If we get announced that Ascended Heroes and the 30th anniversary are getting reprinted in the second facility, right? Because Pokemon doesn't care about the TCG nearly as much as they care of their profit and their bottom lines. I strongly believe that the 30th anniversary sealed product will take a hit. Regardless of what the scalpers, investors say, it will happen. If you don't believe me, Destined Rivals literally just took a hit just because of the confirmation of the reprint. I'm just saying. Look, these content creators, all these content creators over here, they're talking, and like the big content creators are not selling, they're not making videos on FOMO. I think that's something that people really need to pick up on. If you're looking at long term, long form content creators, they are not selling the 30th anniversary as FOMO. It's just another set. It's just another Pokemon set, right? In these videos, I'm seeing comments about people saying that they didn't get any sleep. They skipped out on sleep so they can get on the Target's pre-order, and they got bought it out. I'm like I get it. Like a lot of you guys do think that Pokemon is a retirement, but that's ridiculous. You're losing sleep for the 30th anniversary? Man, that's some weak ass shit, man. Like take care of everything else and then collect the 30th anniversary whenever you can at MSRP. Eventually, things will go back to normal. Because, look, historically, whether if you look at the Scarlet and Violet era, whether if you look at the Sword and Shield, whether if you look at Sun and Moon, small sets don't hold their value very, very well. They don't. They tend to be some of the cheaper sets in the Pokemon hobby. They've been considered to be one of the weaker sets, or weaker sets, right, of every single generation. The Mega Evolution is nothing but weak sets, meaning that those sets, those small sets, those weak sets are getting printed like crazy, and a lot of it, I'm almost positive, had to be done so they can go ahead and print the 30th anniversary to max capacity. And then you have Pokemon drama where big content creators are threatening small content creators. It's like, it's been a crazy week, right? It's been a crazy week. Honestly, I kind of just want to get back and talking to you guys more about the Pokemon hobby and seeing what's going on. But, hopefully I'll catch you next week, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.